Oh boy. Well, originally wasn't. I don't think a couple months ago I wasn't going to make another Tigers season and review video. Maybe I was. I don't know. But their 0.2% chance at a playoff appearance turned into an ALDS appearance and should have won it. And waking up today, um, it's only a few hours after the fact, but I had some time to think about it, and I have a lot of mixed feelings about the end of this Tigers season because it should have continued, in my opinion. They had all the momentum in the world after stealing game 2 in Cleveland and then winning a third game in Detroit, both in very dominant fashion from the pitching staff. And then the pitching staff just decided, our time is done. We're just going to give up clutch home run after clutch home run and just not been able to close out Cleveland at all with 2 outs. We're going to get quickly to 2 outs. But after we get to 2 outs, we're just going to completely forget how to pitch the damn ball. And we're going to give up 11 fucking hits to Stephen Kwan. Like, seriously. Stephen Kwan is not that good. How can you not get that guy out at all during the series? He had at least one hit every series. He averaged over 2 hits per series, per game in the series. How do you not just get him out? Why was that so hard? And no pitcher could do it. Not even Skubal. Speaking of Skubal, fifth inning of game 5, he decides that's the time that he's going to have his worst inning of his career, probably so far, his young career. He had been a stud up till that point, pitched a spectacular performance in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series and in Game 2 of the ALDS. In Cleveland, he also pitched a spectacular game to help lead them to wins. And I was hoping that he would do the same thing in Game 5, and it looked like he was until, he decided to collapse in the 5th inning and gave up a grand slam that would end up being the difference in the series after, they lost the game 7-3. Have they not given up that grand slam, which, they could have said, pull Skubal, whatever, but it's Skubal, right? He's probably going to win the Cy Young. I hope this 5th inning does not kill his chance at winning the Cy Young. He should still win it. He had a great postseason up to that point, and he came back in the 6th and had a 5-pitch inning, which just sucks because it wasn't a fluke. Well, it was a fluke, I should say. And the fluke just came at the worst possible time, as it always seems to do for Tigers pitchers in the playoffs. You go back to 2013 in the ALCS against the Red Sox. They gave up 2 grand slams. That ended up being the deciding 2 games in that series to beat the Tigers then. And, all these other chances back then when they were good. Just a classic moment, I guess. But it's not completely just on, Cleveland being stupidly good. It's on the Tigers doing it to themselves. How many times, not just in the ALDS, but the wild card series against Houston, how many times did they get runners in scoring position and could not capitalize on bringing them in? Game 4, bases loaded. They get a sac fly for an RBI. All right, awesome. And then next batter hits a line out. Torkelson thinks, oh, this is definitely going to be a base hit. I'm going to step 300 feet off the plate. Of course, it's caught because Cleveland's outfield played probably their best baseball that they're ever going to play in their career. And Torkelson then gets caught for a double play. They had the bases loaded again in Game 5 yesterday. Didn't bring anybody in. Even after they gave up the grand slam, they still had some chances to tie the game up or even take the lead back. Bases loaded, 2 on, 1 on, all in scoring position. They could not get more than 1 run each of those pushes. Because Cleveland has the cheat code where they can just go to their unlimited supply of bullpen pitchers. And when they do, anytime anything ever happens that's not a strikeout, we're going to take him out. And any hope that you have of scoring more than one run this goddamn inning is going to be thwarted. Because we just have the best bullpen in the world. And they can do anything they want. Because our hitters cannot stop swinging at every fucking pitch. 16 strikeouts in Game 5? Yeah, Cleveland threw some good pitches, but also, you gotta learn to take a damn ball every now and then. Gary Carpenter, I'm talking to you. You have a guy in scoring position in the 8th inning. Down 2 at this point. Yeah, a home run could tie it, but also, just get on base. Try and score Torkelson, or even draw a walk. Keep the inning going. No, Class A comes in, and you have to get it. You just have to get another home run off of him. You just have to. So I'm going to hack it at every pitch. One that's way up in the third deck of seats. I'm going to swing at it. Did Javi Baez give you lessons on that? Because he shouldn't have. Speaking of Javi Baez, is it any coincidence that the Tigers started getting good when he left? Probably not. But he's still going to be around. He'll be back in the starting lineup next season. No doubt about that. Because they pay him too much to not. And nobody's going to take him via trade. So there you go. Anyway, yeah. So they did it to themselves. And it wasn't even just the bad swings in Game 5. How about Game 4? How about even Game 3? The ones they won, they still, it could have been a lot more runs they scored. Obviously, they still won. But, too many bad swings. Too many terrible swings, too. There would be too many times they would check their swing just too much. Here's my opinion, right? There were so many check swings by the Tigers throughout the entire postseason. And I'm just like, you have to either swing all the way through or don't swing at all. Don't be in the middle. That just causes too much gray area. And more times than not, it's going to bite you in the butt. My thought. I don't know. I played baseball for 2 years. I definitely know what I'm doing. One of them was t-ball, but yeah, it's okay. But obviously, that's what they do. But also you have to look at for the fact that, again, they had a 0.2% chance of making the playoffs in August. And they did. And they beat a team that had made the ALCS 7 straight times in the Astros. On the road, mind you. And they took Cleveland to 5 games. The 2 seed. Much stronger team Cleveland was. And the Tigers still took them to 5 games. That is pretty damn impressive. I must say. And it definitely reinvigorates a lot of hope in the team that we really haven't seen in several years. And so the question now becomes, where do we go from here? I think both areas of the ball definitely need to be reinforced. First, talk about the pitching. A very depleted pitcher's gone. AJ Hinch was doing this chaos method of just new guy pretty much every inning or every other inning, going deep into the bullpen. Starters weren't going very long, with the exception being when Tarek Skubal was on the mound for those 3 games, because he went, I think, at least 6 innings each time. And then they went to the bullpen, which is the conventional way that most teams do it, especially in the playoffs. But no, and it worked. It worked until Game 4 of the ALDS, when Bo Brisky decided to give up a 2-run home run, and Tigers never had the lead back after that. So I do believe, though, that they were getting tired. Like they were talking about that, probably getting tired. I think they were getting tired, because that's a lot of games. They played 7 games with that method. Skubal pitched 3 of them, so really 4 games. But still, that's a short amount of time. All those pitchers, guys who are used to maybe getting 2 innings max are getting 6, 7 now. That's a lot. So you have to take that into perspective. But it worked. He did it at the end of the regular season too, and that got them to the postseason. It got them past Houston, and it worked. But it's not a total long season viable way of going about it. So definitely need to get some more pitchers to back up Skubal, and starting pitchers. Obviously, they've got some rookie prospects that I think, like Jackson Jobe. I think he'll be a starting pitcher. So there you go. And he's a young, good prospect. He showed some promise. We were actually there in his debut against the Rays last week of the season. That was pretty cool. See him come out. He kind of shat the bed in the wild card series when he came out against Houston, but he did much better against Cleveland. So it shows some hope. He'll definitely probably get some starts next season, which would be good. It's good to get some experience, but they're gonna need to get other guys either via trade, bring up some more prospects. Probably not gonna bring up some more prospects. Got a lot of the prospects that don't pan out, but they could get some trades, and also the hitting. A lot of these guys I think need to go. Not all of them. LikunMiffery was amazing. Kerry Carpenter, yeah, he was fighting an injury in Game 5. But my God, dude, you don't need to swing at every fucking pitch just because you really want that home run. You got to look at the team aspect versus your own. I'd say cut Javi Baez, but like I said, they're not going to cut him. He's going to be there. Nobody's going to take on that contract, and so they might as well just have him play. You know, if you can have him where he only plays shortstop and doesn't hit at all, that would be sufficient. He's not bad as a shortstop. He's still average to above average, serviceable. He can make big plays, but his hitting is where the problem is. So maybe they can fix that. I don't know. They definitely do need to reinforce the hitting core. And, you know, they were on a very bare bones budget in the playoffs. A lot of their highest paid players outside of Javi Baez are not even on the team anymore. So that means you really got to up your spending. Because a lot of these guys are probably going to start demanding higher contracts as well, especially if they are successful starting next season. And they have a chance to make another deep run next season. I'm sure a lot of these guys are going to be like, yeah, we're more valuable than we're being paid for. Let's get a contract. And it's going to come up to Mr. Parking Lot Man, Chris Ilitch, if that is going to happen or not. Will he open his wallet? Who knows? I would think he would, because he was bringing in a lot more money via tickets. He got playoff revenue. I'm sure that did wonders for his bank account. More than another parking lot or just not doing anything at all would do. But who knows? Who knows? Only time's going to tell. But my World Series prediction is dead. World Series prediction is dead. Even worse, either the Yankees or the Guardians will make the World Series, which is probably the worst outcome other than the Astros getting in. And the Dodgers are probably going to get in. Ohtani. Oh my God. So I guess we'll start rooting for the Mets. Let's go Mets. It's all about the Mets, baby. Let's go Mets. They're the only somewhat fun team left. Please, God, no Subway Surfer series. Please. That would be awful. Even worse than Dodgers versus Yankees, in my opinion. Regardless, we'll see where it goes. But anyway, I didn't want to provide my thoughts. Yeah, I'm not happy about the result. I think they definitely could have won the series in 4 or even in 5 and had a shot at the Yankees. Would they have beaten the Yankees? No. I don't think they would have. I think they would have lost in probably 5 games because they would have had Skubal for only 1 game. Let's say they won game 5. I say they only win 1 game. Maybe 2 off of a good hitting night and go back to New York and lose in 6. I don't see them winning the series, but at least they would have had the shot at the Yankees. They could have, but I don't know if they would have. But we'll never know now. So, any Tigers fans out there, let me know your thoughts about the season in the comment section down below. What moves should they make? And what's the outlook for 2025? Should be a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching them actually play because Bally Sports is an asshole, but they didn't get to broadcast the playoffs, so I got to watch playoff baseball. And that was a lot of fun. It was a really fun playoffs entirely, though. There's some other good series going on. And hopefully some close ALCS and LCS series. Will I care? No. I'm going to start watching the Lions again. The Red Wings are on. They're okay. And NASCAR is still going on. And I'm going to continue to make some videos for you guys, too. So that's going to do it with this. Again, stay tuned. Until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.